Smashed.
You what? What the hell?
I get no bitches.
Yo, we live in this bit on a rare Saturday. That is cool. That is crazy.
Yes, it is.
Crazy. Oh man, what a week. What a
Yeah.
week. You're back officially. You just celebrated your however old you are birthday.
My God.
You old as hell. It's all right.
I know. In a way, it feels great, and then it's just like, like
God damn.
just a little bit.
just woo. But also I kind of inadvertently let it slip that I work for Disney, but it's all right. It's all good because for those who know me, I'm a private person, so I try not to let people know what the deal is with my personal business, but I do know what the deal is with this business, and it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of multiple generations and the next, we are back. Not like most of these weirdos on Twitter that don't know the difference between fiction and reality, because unlike some people, we actually touch grass. It's all good and well and dandy. But if you are new around here, this is the official GRESH Unleashed podcast, where we just talk about whatever we talk about, whatever we watch this week, whether it's wrestling, non-wrestling, MMA, whatever the case may be. For those of you who are new around here, my name is Joshua, but you can call me GRESH because that is what I prefer to be called by. It's GRESH, and always joining me, as always, is the queen of Rebels. She is Suela the Bandit. Yo,
what's good?
What a week! What a week! What a weekend!
Yeah, like I'm okay. Here's the thing. I'm actually very excited about everything that went down this weekend. I am.
You remember it? You remember your birthday week, or do you not remember?
I do.
Sure?
Yeah, like I do.
The many alcoholic beverages you had, you sure about that?
Hey, man. Hey, like, hey, it was productive. It was a very productive week. It's been a blast. I will give you that. Indeed.
Indeed. That's all she gotta say, because she don't want to go into details, because I'm pretty sure she was up in here twerking on everything that had a pulse. Like you never know, but she, for some reason, she just said, you know what, I'm gonna play timid today.
I'm gonna do what I want.
It's all right. She want to play timid. She was like, "Oh, I didn't. It was a very productive day."
It's okay. Hell yeah! All right.
It was a very, 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 very productive day. You sure about that? You sure about that?
I'm sure. I'm very sure.
Okay. But for those who are now tuning in for the very first time, today's podcast is sponsored by Patreon, patreon.com/GRESH-Digital. So those who have been supporting this journey that I've been on for the past year, 2 years, 3 years, because I know everybody who, if you've been around from the original phases of my content creating journey, kudos to you, because I was inconsistent as hell. But we are back on the grind 100%. But yo, shouts out BK Jackson, yo, because I got a notification that this man upgraded his Patreon subscription from the $5 to the $10, and I appreciate you, brother, because y'all be part from y'all hard-earned money, and me being like me being me, because I'm all over the place. Like literally, I do like 20,000 things. I do this. I do the GRESH YouTube channel. I do Freepedia. I do all this. I work for fucking Disney, so it's like I do too much. And then on the side, I'm still in good graces with my old job, just in case it gets slow on the Disney side. So it's like I'm hooting and hollering all over the place. I do need a fucking team, but for now I'm just doing what I can do. But yo, I appreciate him. I don't think I ever told this story about how I met BK, because this dude, he was actually on this podcast to review WrestleMania, the very first WrestleMania during the pandemic era, the very first two-night WrestleMania. He was on the original incarnation of this podcast, and man, when I tell you, this dude, I met this dude on accident.
This is unexpected.
It was just it was out of the blue, because I believe I was working we was working at the same job, and he was literally, he probably tell you a whole different story, but our entire energies max, our spectrums just collided in the most positive way possible. And this man, he was practically my boss, because he was like, I was like a regular audio technician. I was in charge of everything, like setup and all the stuff, and he was pretty much in route to being the director of operations or something like that for that location or another location. And everybody was just speeding past him, barely acknowledging his existence. And I was just like, bro, I'm like, you good? You lost? Like, what's up? And then we just started hooting and hollering, just talked about life, because some people try to talk business. I'm like, bro, if I'm talking to you, if I'm at a location, when it comes to work, I want to talk about anything other than work. I want to talk. I want to talk about what we had for lunch. I want to talk about what we're gonna have for dinner. I'm like, if I'm at work, I don't want to talk about work, because I'm gonna get mad, because I feel like this is a shitty place to work. So it's like me and him just laughing and hooting and hollering. And then that was before I moved to Texas. When I came back to Texas, he didn't even know I was back at that company, because I had left in general, and then I came back, and he was like, "Yo, come work at my location." Hooting, hollering, dude still there. He's not there anymore, because he's doing a lot of stuff. Like he's more freelancing now, and he linked me up with my boy 40. His name stands for something else, but we call him 40. But bridges built and all that stuff and networking, and a lot of people's like, oh, okay, cool. So how did I get to Disney without going into detail? Was basically that bridge. That bridge was made because of BK. And it's like, I'm not going into too much of a detail with that, but yeah, that's a bridge right there. It ain't a major position, but it's something. It's like your foot is in the fucking door. You're getting a paycheck from fucking Disney. Like, I'm not gonna denounce a check because
show me.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but it's like, and that's why this episode is actually on a Saturday instead of our normal Thursday, because call time was like fucking 3:00, and then we didn't get out of there until like midnight. So that's the thing about film. Like, a lot of people don't understand. Film is literally, it's long, but if you're not having fun, it's gonna be long and dreadful. But I was having fun. There was some days where my body was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But then I got over it, and here it is. But other than that, that's just a speed past that. I appreciate the support of BK as always. That dude, he's practically like a brother, and even though he's older, way older than me, but I'm not gonna bring age to that. But our spectrum is always collided in the very positive light. Next up, might as well get into today's shebang. Nobody's in the chat. We usually start the podcast off slow for people in the chat, but yo, let's move on. WWE 2K22. We didn't talk about this when Highlight, his name slipping my brain for some reason. Highlight was on the podcast, but WWE 2K22 is dropping officially March 11, 2022. Early access will be March 8th. For those of you who don't know, they've been radio silent a little bit for up until, I believe, the end, closer to Royal Rumble. They released some trailers. Shout out BDE, Brandon Does Everything. He's a YouTuber. He was on the trailer and all that good stuff. And I was one of those people, because people know me. I'm not a part of their new initiative, the NXT, the Next Makers or something like that, the 2K Next Makers, where they have up and coming content creators a part of their little thing. But I was one of those who was vocal, like, I'm not a fan of their marketing strategy, because it's like everybody remembered 2K20 was the shits. It was, and not in a good way. It was a drizzling shits. So I'm like, yo, can we get some gameplay? I don't give a damn about these chopped up, slowed down cinematic footage. I'm like, can I get some gameplay up in this piece? Like, can you can you help a brother out? Like, let me see some footage. Push come to shove, they was like, okay, screw it, let's do it. So they finally, I believe it was this past Thursday, or I could be wrong, but it was this past week that they released WWE 2K22 footage or gameplay, and I'm like, thank you, finally.
Mhm.
It took you literally forever to do this, but they did it, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it. Did you even see the footage?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. That's what I was meant to like talk to you about too. Like, is with this like with this gameplay, I'm just like, okay, like, like that's what we got. Like, what else do we got? And I'm like, okay, but what got me was, of course, like the preview, because I was like, okay, in a way, I'm digging the preview. I'm like, okay, we got all like the new superstars, and you got like the 3 versions of Undertaker, like you can unlock them and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then I'm like, all right, we got Rock, we got Oscar and everything. I was like, okay, can I just play the game? Like, let me just play it so I can just get a feel for it, like at least for myself. Like, y'all don't put all them, y'all don't see Booker T, Macho Man, like even go. You know what? I don't even want to talk about Goldberg right now.
Oh, we're gonna talk about Goldberg.
We're gonna talk about it. I know. He's like, I really don't want to talk about it right now, but I got to. Like,
and then, but they showed this footage. Like, I appreciate like this footage and all that stuff, because a lot of people ask me, are you gonna react to the footage and all that good
I like
stuff?
that glow though.
Oh yeah, I do too. They were like, "Are you gonna react to the footage?" Because I've been busy, and I'm like, I would, but I'm like, bro, I just want to play this fucking game. You got all these nice content creators who actually cover it, like Macho T, Chris Dink, Pulse. I don't think he does it anymore. Senior Pulse. I don't think he covers the game because he's been doing Deadlock. You got Tony Pizza Guy. You got Vibe House, BDEs. Brandon does everything. You got Phoenix Nitro, Simply Better AM. You got all these guys reacting to this footage, and I'm like, they're pretty much saying everything I'm going to say. I'm like, I just want a fucking good game, because for those who don't know, 2K20 legitimately made me almost quit YouTube entirely. That's how bad it was. They don't understand. That's how bad 2K20 was. I'm like, yo, this game is trash. And I'm like, y'all actually are proud to release this fucking game? Like, oh, believe you me, if you were on the ride when we did the original version of this podcast, you know exactly how I felt. Like, I was done. I was over it. But
he even told me he was through. I was just like, whoa, first of all, like what happened?
It was like, that bad. It was that bad. I'm like, yo, what is this shit?
What is going on? Like,
but yo, we get the like presentation wise, this game is beautiful. I appreciate it. But it's like, and we're gonna talk about it in a little bit. But what did you really think about the camera angle that they got for it? Let me speed up a little bit. They actually got a different right here. This is the actual match. Like, you're not hearing anything in audio form.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
You're not going to. I'm not trying to get copyrighted or nothing. But yo, this is like, what did you think about this? Like, are you a fan of this? Is literally like WWE live when you think about it.
It is. They're getting like, I feel like they're doing like almost like a whole 360, like how they do in the show.
Yeah, so less camera cuts, obviously. Less camera cuts. Like, if this was like WWE for real, we would have been getting like camera cut. Camera cut.
Yes.
Camera cut. Right there, another camera cut. And have mid move into camera cut. That's literally how. I'm pretty sure I would hate to be on production for what Kevin done in my ear. Cut. And I'm like, oh my God, shut up.
I feel like with the game, it's like you said pretty much before, like it is WWE live, except there's no commercials.
Yeah, you can, unless you're a content creator like me, then I can create commercials. But it's like I'm kind of torn a little bit. It's like it's a little bit smoother than 2K20, obviously, because that was just the drizzling shits. But it's like the camera. We're gonna talk a little bit about the controls too. Might as well speed up, because I'm pretty sure y'all probably started seeing this footage to death. But they got like controls and stuff. Like right here, they got dodge. They got dodge, reversal, block, light attack, heavy attack, grapple. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So
And that's just
this is
one time you
literally,
just press this button, or however many times you want to, or
I think this is more so like they're literally trying to turn this into more of a fighting game and not a simulation game.
right.
That's what that is what I'm getting from this entire presentation. Like you got control. Like I'm like, okay, like this right here, the fact that you walk, it's a lot of little nitpicking that I can't really, I'm not gonna go into detail because it's like I'm pretty sure you've heard that done to death. But yeah, stuff like the match. One thing that I know I'm annoyed right here when you getting beat. I hope that's not a permanent thing where it gets red, but like I said, it's like arcade. This right here. This
Yeah,
count.
like
This count. This
yeah,
count.
that slow count. I'm just
I'm,
like,
I'm not feeling that count.
really?
It's too slow. I'm like,
It's like one
it reminded me, it gave
hesitation.
me flashbacks to Earl Hebner. When Earl Hebner was a referee, that man was
Oh my
legitimately.
gosh, no.
Earl Hebner was legitimately counting. Like, if you look back, I gave another example on BDE's YouTube video when he did his reaction to it. I'm like, think back to Undertaker versus Psycho Sid at WrestleMania. I believe it was 13. When Earl Hebner, I believe he was the official because it was the main event. He did 1,
Yeah,
2, and then he paused for the third, 3. I'm like, oh my god, that gave me bad flashbacks for no reason.
Like, wow, who?
I
don't, y'all. If y'all don't know me well enough by now, you about to find out. I don't like slow count referees. I just can't stand it. It's irritating. Like, just count.
I think with that, and I like this camera cut right here. Like, if you play the other games, like as long as I did, I've literally played 2K19 since 2018. So it's been literally forever since I've seen a new game. But it's like seeing this type of stuff with the slow count and all that stuff. Hopefully it can be tweaked. Yeet. Hopefully it can be tweaked and all that good stuff. But visually, I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
But I'm just ready to play it. Hopefully they give me a free code so I can test it. Because they have the options to where let's talk about this motherfucker right here. Let's talk about this motherfucker right here.
I forgot all about that.
Let's talk about this yeah, Rey Mysterio won, but look at this.
Yeah, I forgot all about this.
Why is she shocked? Why is she shocked? Look at Beth. Why is she shocked like that?
Oh man.
She got Dexter Lumis gimmick.
Come on, y'all.
She got Dexter Lumis whole gimmick. And then let's talk about this guy right here, Sean. Oh my god. He did. Someone said WWE 2K didn't do him any favors. No, they did him all the favors. Because look at this. Yeah. Look at this bald head, right? Look at this receding hairline. They gave him all the hair. They did him justice.
Yep.
They did him justice because even though he ain't had this type of hair since Obama was elected in 08, but yeah. Then they proceed to show, and then this right here with the showcase. I'm not really a personal fan of 2K showcase, but I mean it is what it is. It's there. 2K22, it hits different. It's March 11, 2022. I really don't have too much bad to say about it.
Nah, I ain't got nothing bad to say. I just want to play. That's all. I just want to play
it. Right. I just want to play it. I just want to do this and that. But speaking of playing, just one more game we're gonna talk about is Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yay!
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Took these motherfuckers how long to make a new game?
I was wondering when somebody was gonna mention it, cause
I saw they was doing like Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 5.5, Grand Theft Auto 5.25. Like it's like, god damn, man. Can y'all give me a new game? Every time they was like, oh, we finna I guess they was finna redesign Grand Theft Auto 5 to fit the PS5. And I'm like, bro, just give me a new fucking game. I don't care. I've played through Grand Theft Auto 5 since when it was on PS3, it feels like. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like 5 has been out for 20 years.
Man.
But Rockstar officially announced it. So we're gonna be getting that shortly. I'm not even finna say shortly. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm 32 playing Grand Theft Auto 6. As long as they be making these games, shit, they just announce it's in development. As soon as when development is one thing, actually releasing is a whole nother ball game. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have kids by the time Grand Theft Auto 6 it drops.
I will play it.
Yeah, I probably will.
I'm not gonna knock it.
I might as well just. I might as well.
I'm not gonna knock it at all. My kids gonna have to earn a whole lot to play my Grand Theft Auto, like for sure.
Like, yeah. Can I play Grand
Can
Theft
we
Auto?
play? Did you pay a bill this month?
Well, I can't because I'm only 5.
Well, there's your answer.
Well, go cut the grass.
Right. Or better yet, you owe me rent. Like your rent due. What that $10 you owe me? Like, go get it in that piggy bank and don't lie, say you ain't got it because it's in there.
I'm gonna be an interesting
your
parent.
Responsibility.
I'm gonna be an interesting ass parent. Like I tell people that all the time. I'm gonna be an interesting.
Yes. I'm not giving you nothing for free. No.
Can I get a blow pop? No, you didn't. I worked hard for this Dollar Tree blow pop. Do not ask me for no goddamn dollar. Don't ask me for no blow pop, no bubble gum. When you get in this store, you better not touch a damn thing. Don't touch nothing.
All right, hello.
Nothing.
I don't even want you to look that way. Like, don't even think about it.
Don't look. Daddy, can I get this? Daddy, can I jump off this? Crack? Are you on crack? Are you on crack? You my sons. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Are you on crack? Yeah. Did I reproduce a crack baby? You didn't work. You didn't put in on this, man.
Saying, like,
damn. Why you so dependent on me? Oh, I'm your daddy. Oh, okay. I've heard that before. I'm your daddy. What the fuck? Who your daddy?
Like, it count, but it don't count. Like, I'm gonna teach you independence early. Like, cause ain't no way.
Before y'all misquote me, I'm not finna abuse my kids. I'm just gonna be an asshole while being protective of it. That's just all. It's not. It ain't that deep. It ain't.
It's love, y'all. Like, it's all love.
Like, come on now. Like, come on now. I'm not gonna. Nah, I'm gonna be the world. I'm gonna be the world's best dad. But speaking of moving on, did you? I know a lot of people like. We didn't get Suela's opinion on the Royal Rumble. Let's be real. Royal Rumble was long as hell for no fucking reason.
I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm sorry I missed out. Yes, it was long, y'all.
And the sad thing. Listen. The Royal Rumble. I think I said if you haven't watched back on our myself and highlight reels full review of the Royal Rumble from top to bottom, it was like over an hour of us just laughing and shitting on this entire show.
Oh man!
But because that's how we watch wrestling now. We don't even take it serious. We just laugh. We just laugh at everything available because it's like there's no point in losing. Our mission for 2022 is to get bitches. We're not trying to run them off by obsessing over scripted sports. I'm just saying. Highlight got him a main squeeze already. I'm working on it. I'm not trying to just say, hey, I'm out here mad and obsessed over professional wrestling. No. Mm-mm.
I have way too much. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet.
No, I have way too much other things to worry about than obsessing over fades and all that stuff. But I was listening to the Deadlock podcast because they gave a review as well over it, and dog, I tell you, they were about as nonchalant as we was on our review, but they was more hilarious with it. I like what Johnny Blood, he said he looked at, like, I think it was either after the WWE title match, where it was like 2 more matches. It was the mixed tag and the men's Royal Rumble match.
Yep.
And he was like, it was like 10:30. He's like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's all he could say. He was like, no. If you're gonna have a 4-hour show, at least let it be good.
Right.
like you had a
That's what got me. Like
you had the Universal title match.
God.
It was fun up until the end. Like I understand it was storytelling. I'm a sucker of storytelling. We're gonna get on that in a little bit because apparently there's no continuation of that. Because yeah, we're gonna get to that. But it's like if I'm watching the Roy, it's like if I'm watching a 4-hour show, at least let it be. Remember, don't maybe sit there like, okay, because I'm not gonna get on Twitter and bitch about it. I'm just looking for stuff to joke about and tweet my thoughts about, because that's literally what my Twitter is all about. It's literally me just joking about everything.
Yep.
Literally, that's all. And I couldn't find nothing to joke about. I legitimately could not. I'm like, dog, there's nothing funny about this show. This show is just here. Like, this show is just there. I'm like, this is a premium live. It's not even work because
it's not even work. Like it's just.
I feel bad for people who had to work there because it's like you had a long ass day. If you was in the venue, you had to work for this show. I feel bad for you. It was just long.
Gosh. Yeah, it was long.
It was long and all over the place. But
I text GRESH immediately, y'all, and I was like, I can't do it.
I can't do that.
I can't do it. And I was trying to root too. I was like, maybe I stay up a little bit longer, then maybe I'll be fine. Then go ahead and log in and
you know how you watch
the highlight with GRESH, and I was like, I ain't gonna make it. Like,
you know how you watch a TV show, you be like, I'm gonna watch it as the show, like the first episode is decent, but then you watch the rest of the episodes and you be like, maybe it'll get better. Yeah. This show was in reverse. It started off fire with the whole Roman and then the Seth with the Shield.
I'm like, how we go from pilot to this?
We went from pilot to the finale being downright ass. I feel like I was watching Game of Thrones all over again.
Oh God.
For fuck's sakes, I was watching Game of Thrones all over again.
Like, the fact you brought that up, like I feel stabbed in the back all over again.
I'm saying
that is one wound I don't think I'm ever heal from.
It will never heal. Game of Thrones, my hatred for Game of Thrones will never subside for what that bullshit ending was. And what year was that? Did it end? 2017?
I think so.
And it's 2022, and I'm still talking about.
I'm like, so y'all not gonna make up for any? Y'all not gonna come out with another season to make up for all of this? Nah.
And then they're gonna talk about a spinoff, a prequel series. I'm like, I'll watch it.
I will watch it if you're gonna do me justice.
But if it's it ain't got nothing to do with the original series because it's before the original series. So it's a prequel. It's not a sequel. It's a prequel. But that's how I felt watching the Royal Rumble. I'm like, it was good. Y'all had me.
And then you lost me.
Then you lost me. And
how you lose me that quick?
You lost me, and then you had the Women's Royal Rumble winner being Ronda Rousey. You lost me even more. Then you had the mixed tag match going on longer than it needed to be.
Yes.
And then you had the men's Royal Rumble match with Brock. I'm not mad. Now that I process it, I'm not mad that Brock won. I just wish the Rumble match was memorable.
Yeah, that's all I ask.
Like, if you want this person to win the Royal Rumble, I get that. It's fine, but at least don't make it ass cheeks.
That's what I'm saying.
AJ Styles was eliminated by Madcap Moss.
Yes,
they named this nigga Madcap Moss.
Oh my God!
Out of everybody,
his name is Madcap Moss.
Man,
I put the reaction of Roman reacting to the Shield entrance and said, "Really, nigga," with Madcap Moss, and that thing started trending on Instagram for some reason.
Sure did.
I'm like, oh okay.
It fit the situation.
I'm like, really, nigga? Madcap Moss, not hell. I would have taken Otis, but Madcap Moss,
right?
It was so many. It was like the Royal Rumble was just there, and but if you want our in-depth, laughable reaction to it, make sure you check back. I believe that's the most viewed episode on YouTube since our return, because literally we was just laughing at it and just making fun of it, and we was gawking at Sasha Banks with the split. That was it. The only thing remember about the Royal Rumble was Sasha Banks split.
Boy.
and that's sad. It's like I remember Sasha Banks' split more than whatever that shit was.
I hollered. I was like, dang, like this is it. Like this is all they could come up with. That's all I remember. And I was like, y'all, I did watch it. I watched it like when I was like away from my birthday. I just hollered. Like that's all I could do. I was like, man, these jokers are funny. Like, and I was like, I'm glad I'm not the only one that remember that, because that's exactly how I felt. I was like,
that was it.
I said one of the most exciting things was the split from Sasha Banks. Like,
yeah.
And it ended up being mentioned. And I was like, see?
It's in the fucking intro. That's how not memorable that shit was. But and then we got, and I forgot this was on a Saturday. I appreciate these pay-per-views being on a Saturday because it gives me time to recover.
Yeah.
But moving on to Raw. Raw was not even that much memorable. I mean, we got Brock Lesnar involved in WWE Championship Elimination Chamber match. And I'm like, if they take the title off of Bobby, what was the fucking point of having him lose at the Royal Rumble?
Right.
What was the point of having Brock lose the title at the Royal Rumble if you're just gonna put it back on him in Saudi Arabia?
Exactly. It's just, man, y'all just doing stuff now. Like, it's just all right, you guys, we're gonna do this. We're just gonna throw people on stuff. That's what we gonna do.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley defeat Nikki Ashley. I mean, ASH, whatever her name is. I call her Ashley for some reason.
Jeez.
But Rhea Ripley won that. I still think Rhea Ripley should have been the one to turn heel. She's been babyface long enough, but they turned Nikki ASH heel for some reason, but decided to keep the same fucking gimmick. I'm like, all right.
Heroes who got to go. If you finna be a heel, that's got to go.
Or at least be an anti-hero, some shit. Like, change the look. Like, you can still be a hero. Yes. You can still be ASH, or you can be ASV, almost a supervillain. Like,
right.
I don't know.
See all these options you got?
But it's the same thing with that Keith Lee instrumental. Because remember they
had
Keith Lee remix that theme song. It's the same instrumental. That's the same song without the lyrics. I'm like, damn, y'all just recycled the whole beat. All right. Riddle lost the 50 lap scooter race to Chad Gable, looking like Kurt Angle with that
yes.
Look.
Me and my brother pointed that out too. Say, oh, look at him, little Kurt Jr. in his younger
For those who
years.
don't remember, 22 years ago, it was Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker in a feud, and he had a little scooter. So it was literally the same picture. I wish I had thought about getting a picture, but I don't have it. But yeah, that was, I instantly, Gable and his shoosh is always, it cracks me up for no reason. It should not be cracking me up like that. You like shoosh.
Yeah, it is funny though, for real.
Shoosh. I said shoosh. I'm like, all right, dude.
I'm like, what?
Like, all right, dude. All right. Shoosh. All right. Okay. Okay. Big bet. Shoosh. AJ Styles defeated Rey Mysterio in the main event. That was a fun match. And then we had Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. This is the second time I done seen her.
And the sad thing is, did you catch the piped in crowd noise?
Yes, I did.
And I'm like, damn. And then when she came out, she looked so over it. So it's like, I'm just sitting back like, why are we doing this then? Why is this
She's just like,
she looks like she just did not want to be here.
Y'all, I really just want to run WrestleMania and get a bill and just
and just go home. That's it. I don't want to do nothing else.
I'm over all of this right now. This is not even on my radar right now. was like, dang, you already done showed up here. Now you showing up on Raw.
Well, she's back for a year, so we stuck with her for a year.
Yeah.
But it literally it felt awkward because they had the crowd piped in noise, and the crowd from the hard cam. I don't know if anybody else, but the crowd from the hard cam was literally.
Yeah.
You want a prime example of the crowd in the hard cam? This is literally them. That was literally them the entire time. Just
like we over it too, girl.
Like they just
we right there with you. We are agreeing on the same situation.
They just staring at her the entire
we over
time.
all of this.
They like, you over it too? Big bet. We over this shit too. Like, we don't even know why you here. Why are you here? That's literally how they was looking. They're like, why are you even here? Why are you here?
Like,
And then we got Lita returning to challenge Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship at Elimination Chamber in Saudi Arabia. I'm not going to pretend to care because I know some people probably going to hate me for this, but Becky's return has been so damn counterproductive of her man gimmick. It ain't even funny. And this is coming from one of the biggest Becky fans when she was the man there is. And I'm like, this is not even funny. I mean, when Becky came out to confront Ronda, the crowd went silent.
Yeah.
This company has literally did everything in their power to kill the very momentum of Becky Lynch. And for what? I never understood it. I never desired to see this happen, but they did it.
Who did Ronda go against before? I remember it was one. I think it was one match where it was her and somebody else was in the ring, and the crowd was happy as a mug. I can't remember anymore now.
It was Ronda and Becky.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. See,
it's the tale of 2 years. 2019, they went ape shit crazy.
They did. They really did.
Ronda was the women's champion, and Becky had just won the Royal Rumble, and she chose Ronda. They went ape shit crazy, and then of course WWE had to go over convoluted and add Charlotte for no reason, and then made it a triple threat winner take all. I still feel bad for Asuka because she lost the SmackDown Women's title for no reason.
Yeah,
had to make it a winner take all, and it's like you over convoluted for no reason. If you wanted to build to Charlotte regain, if you wanted to build to Asuka defending the SmackDown Women's title and getting her win back over Charlotte at WrestleMania, I would have been cool with that, and then gave us the Becky versus Ronda because the interest was there. It could have been a subpar match. The interest was there. You had people there. You didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't have to come out here. You didn't have to come out here and do tope suicidas and Canadian destroyers. You literally could have just did wrist locks and you could have went back to the 80s and did the bare minimum.
Yep. And
people would have loved it. That was in 2019.
See.
Fast forward 2022, you don't turn Becky heel. You don't did this whole big time bets gimmick. You basically sucked the life out of everybody's interest with the whole squashing Bianca Belair at that SummerSlam. Let it play out. Play out these nuts, motherfucker. Shut up. But it's like
I'm still not over that.
I'm you think I'm letting that shit slide?
I'm not gonna let that go.
No.
I'm never gonna let that go.
I'm never letting that go because it don't matter what people tell you. That was the moment you could have, even if she would have lost, you could have literally gave them a killer match.
Right.
That's it. Was if Becky wasn't ready to go, all you had to do was not have a fucking match.
Exactly.
You could have literally canceled the match and postpone the match to Survivor Series or something and build up to that. But nope.
You just had to have your little 26 seconds of fame. I'm just going to go ahead and surprise this person and pin them and get the belt. Wait, hold on. Time out. But what are you doing?
So that killed every ounce.
Where did random shot come from?
That's literally killed every ounce of momentum Becky had before she went to be a mother. So it's like you killed the momentum of Becky. 95% of the people don't really give a shit that run us back because some people are still salty about her practically quote unquote burying the business, saying this shit is fake, this shit is fake, this, that, and the third. So it's like people are salty about that. You have two people nobody cares about in the middle of this ring. How did you think this was going to go?
See, these people making me sneeze on the show. Like, that says a lot.
How did they think this was going to go is my question. It's like, and then you got Lita returning to challenge Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's side. Will it be a decent match? Probably. It's basically them getting a women's match on the Saudi card. Okay, cool. Now, when I got on Twitter, for some reason, somebody compared Lita to Goldberg of all people.
Oh, see, dang! I thought it wasn't. I'm glad it wasn't me, but I almost said something about that too. I was like,
don't do that.
What's up with? I'm like, first of all,
no,
hold on,
no. We're not gonna compare her.
You see that? Stop.
We're not gonna compare her to Goldberg. Let's be real.
We are not gonna do that.
No. With her coming back for a title match, will she win? No, she's not winning. So get off your high horse with that. The thing with Goldberg, he's actually came back for a match and actually won. The Fiend.
Exactly. The Fiend. Right. Let's not do that.
So that's why all I did on Twitter, I was like, y'all comparing Lita to Goldberg, y'all must don't want to see peace because these stands do not play. These stands on social media do not fucking play. You expected to see peace after saying that shit about Lita and comparing her to Goldberg of all fucking people?
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening. Raw was pretty passable, but what wasn't as passable but kind of funny at the same time was NXT 2.0. Yeah. I'm glad they kind of phasing out of the use of 2.0. Remember when they first transitioned and it was like NXT 2.0, literally every time they had to mention NXT, they're like NXT 2.0, NXT 2.0,
yep.
NXT 2.0. I'm like, can y'all just say fucking NXT?
That's what I'm saying.
It's the same fucking show.
Doggone previews. I was like, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's like that.
Like, come on.
Yeah,
y'all doing too much.
It's like that.
It's like that.
Oh, man, if you don't get this Nickelodeon Kids Choice Award bullshit out my face. Oh my god! But we did start off with the show was 6 white guys beating the hell out of each other.
Yes, we did.
Imperium defeating Diamond Mine. You got Gunther out there. I don't even call him Gunther.
I still say that. Like
shouts out Malcolm Bivens because he gave me his new name. They call him Gunther. I'm calling him Gunther.
Gunther.
Goon. Thur. He's Gunther. Because it sounds better when I say Gunther, not Gunther. I'm saying
like, okay, hold on.
His name is Gunther.
I'm like, it's Gunther or Gunther? Like, give me the
Gunther, right. But I'm calling that nigga named Gunther. That nigga gonna be called Gunther. I'm calling his ass Gunther. We gooning out here.
Right. We gooning out here.
That nigga ain't Gunther.
Like, y'all not gonna play with me this year.
Nah, y'all not finna catch me slipping. And the nigga named Gunther. We gooning out here. Nah, we goons up in here. And what a way to start Black History Month. We gooning out in these streets.
Telling you, like, let's go.
Gunther. I don't care. And then nigga named Walter, Gunther. He still looks and feel the same. Long as they keep him the same, I'm cool with it. You know how social media is. They like to bitch about shit without whatever reason. They just like to
probable
bitch.
Cause.
like it ain't that deep. And they just it's all about the booking. Gunther. We're gonna call him here on the podcast. We're gonna call him Gunther, not Gunther. He's gooning.
He's gooning.
His name Gunther. Then you got Raquel Gonzalez defeating Cora Jade. I guess they'll now be partners in the Women's Dusty Club, whatever that's supposed to start.
Yeah, Dusty. That's what got me. I was like, what is that? But
it's basically the female version of the Dusty Tag Team Classic.
Yeah, I just feel like talking trash. I was like,
So Ray is still the same. I know people were bitching about her having an alter ego. They just gave her a character arc. She's basically She's basically another superhero. They have their fetishes with superheroes now for some reason. Everybody's a fucking superhero. You got
everybody
Xia Li,
want
a
to be a hero.
superhero. You got Nikki Ashley being a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they just have this fetish.
We got a
with superheroes.
protector. We got a almost superhero. We got what else we got?
You got Saray with an alter ego. She's basically Bruce fucking Wayne at this point. And then you got Damian Priest being with two personalities. He's Damian and then he's Priest. So
yeah.
it's like they have this weird obsession with either split personalities or superheroes. I don't know, man.
Same thing with the big split. What's going on with her?
Oh yeah, and that's another thing.
She talking to a therapist right now, and I'm like, Chuck, you talking to a therapist?
The sad thing is, you know how bad that is. I didn't even put that in the notes. I didn't even put that in the fucking notes. That's let you know how literally that went over my head, because it's like and the sad thing with that is they can't mention how she got that way. Yep. Bray Wyatt is the reason she got that way.
Yes, thank you.
They don't want to mention it, so they kind of just saying, "Oh, she dipped into the darkness, and she's stuck there." I'm like, so how'd she get there? All right, so no,
come on now.
You got Joe Gacy defeating LA Knight thanks to Grayson Waller and Sangha. His new name is Sangha. He's the former tag team partner of Veer Mahan. You know, the guy who still ain't come yet.
Yep.
Because he's still coming. Veer is still busting the nut. Then you have Wendy Chu with the most relatable gimmick of all time. She's a sleeper. The reason why I say she's relatable, because watching all this professional wrestling shit will put you to sleep most of the time. So she is relatable. Her gimmick was what I needed watching the fucking Royal Rumble.
See,
and then her theme song is a bop.
Yep.
Did you hear her theme song?
Her theme song is lit.
I'm gonna need y'all to release that track. Like, I don't reply on the WWE official Twitter tweets and stuff like that, but when I do, you know, something serious. I'm gonna need them to release that track.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a bop. I'm sorry. So any Wendy Chu slander is not tolerated. If you try to slander her saying, "Oh, her gimmick is terrible," if you try to slander Wendy Chu and praise Orange Cassidy, we got a problem. They're literally the fucking same gimmick.
Boy, it's just one is male, one is female. It's the only difference.
Obviously, you got Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams doing their thing. They're pretty much one of the highest points of the show. Carmelo Hayes basically said he's been clapping Ollie J's cheeks.
Yeah.
I'm like, he just insinuated he's been clapping her cheeks.
I'm like, dang, what?
I'm like, all right. He's like, I've been clapping them cheeks. I'm like, yeah.
I'm like, you might be on to something
there.
Like, you want to elaborate?
There's no elaboration.
I mean, ain't no elaboration, but
there's no elaboration either.
I think I know.
He was clapping them cheeks.
Like did I hear what I thought I heard?
He was clapping them yeeks, man. He was making them bounce. Carmelo said, "Ass is ass." That's all he said. He was clapping them cheeks, though.
Well. Y'all just acting a fool, huh?
hey, man. That's in it. I was telling Highlight the other day. I'm like, bro, NXT 2.0 is like they're trying to borderline push that boundary with the PG era. It's like they're still PG, but they're trying to get some little jokes under here and there. Because remember, at one point they was just cussing up a storm and censoring the hell out of it. But it's like, just go TV 14 with NXT. It's all right. Like, it's not. Yeah. It's not. I mean, I get sponsors and public traded company and all that stuff, but it's like, just go with it.
Yeah.
You got public traded companies out here doing PG and TV 14 content. They just put it on different services.
Exactly.
It's not that deep. Nikita Lyon, you know, Lucius Lyon's long lost white daughter. She's, I guess she got a rap gimmick. The one thing about listening to Nikita Lyon and Ollie J is I gotta listen to that shit on mute.
See,
That shit sound like ass.
I was like, who did this?
It's like Nikita Lyon was rapping to a different beat that what they put on literally anything else. I'm like, God damn, this is terrible.
Right.
I'm like, and then people, the thing about NXT 2.0, most of us that be watching be horny as shit regardless. So we attracted to everything. So it's like they saw Nikita Lyon, they digged up some old videos and was like, oh, she got some, she's thick, kind of like, let's see what she talking about. I'm like, she ain't got no ass though, but she thick. How you thick with no ass? Is my question. You thick no ass. That's what it is. You no ass. You thick with no ass.
Yeah. Oh man. Like
I'm taking liberty at this point. So other than that, yeah, Mandy Rose and Team BBC. You heard that right.
Yep.
There's a Team BBC now.
Yes, there is.
And on the first day of Black History Month.
I'm like, well.
Suck my dick. So we're getting Rose and Kaylee Ray soon. She was basically stalking her throughout the entire show. And that was NXT. It was pretty. What did you think about the whole show? Was it like a watchable show? Was it more so like you watch it live and then you be like, fuck it?
I want to say a mixture of both.
Yeah, that's how I am. Like it's I can digest an entire episode of NXT 2.0, but at the same time, it's mainly because I barely pay attention to most of the shit. And I look for jokes, and I have a whole bunch of content for jokes.
But I love Wendy Chu though. I did love that.
Oh yeah, Wendy Chu is the GOAT.
I loved it.
She did a completely 180 because she was that ancient figure, and then she's this. I'm like, I appreciate it. So Wendy Chu is someone that I would personally like put as one of the reasons why I watch it. Wendy Chu, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, and I think that's about it. I could be forgetting somebody else, but that's about it. I'm pretty much over Toxic Attraction because Mandy trying to be black as fuck.
Yeah. I'm glad you pointed that out. Also, gosh, isn't the Bloodline ain't one of their cousins on NXT 2.0?
Oh, Solo Sequoia.
Cause I was just like,
yeah, Solo Sequoia. He just did.
I was gonna say,
he's undefeated as well in there. And I like how he's like, I'm going to betray this gimmick, but the crowd is gonna not let me not be the third Uso, so he's gonna still do the We the Ones gimmick without doing the We the Ones gimmick. So like every time he wins, he'll throw up a one and then call it a day.
Yeah.
It's like he's not oblivious, and I'm pretty sure NXT is not oblivious either. And I wouldn't be surprised as soon as he gets called up to the main roster, he's just a third Uso.
Yeah, I won't be shocked. I won't be shocked.
And I wouldn't be against it either because it's like he can go for the Intercontinental title if they want to. They ain't doing shit with that on SmackDown regardless. So
I know
there's that. Moving on to AEW Dynamite for this week, it was a solid show. It wasn't. I was literally on set watching this show, so I was in and out watching this.
You're not the only one.
I was on set watching. It's like I got YouTube TV on my phone, so I was watching it, and then I was paying attention, and then I was watching it. So it's kind of like I was watching bits and pieces of it. I hear Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson might do a faction.
Yep.
Or at least Bryan Danielson might do a faction, and Jon Moxley. I don't see Jon Moxley really doing faction since the whole Shield.
Oh yeah,
but I wouldn't be against it because they're not really doing anything with Mox since his return. I mean, he's been doing a couple of matches to kind of get back in the groove of things, but other than that, they're not really doing much with Jonathan Moxley.
Did you see that situation what happened with Brian Kendrick?
Oh yeah, that motherfucker crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, he started apologizing, you know,
It's
on
an old
Twitter and
clip.
everything. I
That's
said,
the thing. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. These niggas be out here finding old shit.
I'd be like, yo, like,
and then on one hand, I'm like, why didn't this come up like
sooner?
But then another part of me is like, you said that shit.
Right. Like,
one thing I am tired with all these public apologies is like apologizing. They like, oh, I was at a different time. Just say, hey man, I was a fucked up individual. I did it.
Just own it. Be
Just
accountable.
own that shit. Just say I was
Oh,
a fucked up individual. I did it. I'm sorry. Let's move on. Let's try to move on. Like, because let's be real, these niggas on social media ain't really that offended. They just put a whole bunch of tweets like they offended. Most of them ain't really that offended. It's some that are offended, but not all of them. All of them, these motherfuckers ain't that offended. I'm not a fucking offended. Like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here, man. Man, that should be cracking me up. You know what you said. Like, shit. I said the most outlandish thing. I said I wanted to, if I jump off the roof when I was early into the YouTube game. I'm like, I put it on video. I'm like, I wonder if I jump off the roof onto my mom's car and I survive, will she whoop my ass and beat me to death? Okay. That's the most outlandish thing I ever said. Did I do it? Hell no, I'm black. The fuck?
Like, it don't mean it didn't cross my mind, but
it didn't cross my mind to just see if
I didn't put it into action. So
I didn't put it in action. So it's like that's the most outlandish thing I ever did. Will you see those videos? Hell no, I deleted all those videos. They don't exist to me at all. They don't exist. But that's the most outlandish thing I said. So it's like when it comes to the whole Brian Kendrick shit, it's like, bro, just say I did it, I fucked up, and move on.
Right. Come on,
it's not that deep. Another thing that was fucked up that I wish they would move on from, Brandy Rose and Dan Lambert.
Yes.
Who keeps asking for Brandy Rose and Dan Lambert? Matter of fact, who keeps asking for a Brandy Rose segment in general? And on Black History Month?
Somebody backstage. Somebody backstage. There's somebody backstage, or like one of them like one of them like super fans. It's one of the two.
I bet they white too.
Most likely. Most likely.
Brandy is from the suburbs in Detroit.
Most likely
from the hood.
Right.
Now, according to Wikipedia, she's from the suburbs. So she ain't even hood like the way she's trying to portray. I still can't get over the fact that she was like, you a black belt, but I'm a black bitch. Like, that's supposed to do something. She thought she ate.
Okay.
And now this, I'm not even finna go into details of everything. I was literally just looking at this. Like, I'm on set. People were like, what you watching? I'm like, some bullshit. That's all I can say.
I'm like, why again?
Why
am I watching this?
Why is this still a?
Why did y'all think this was okay?
Who said? Who said?
Like, you see, can't even get your words out.
This was literally me the entire time.
So stupid.
You just look blank. You just like
you literally just like this, dog.
Right. Yo, there it is.
You were just looking at the TV like, are they dead ass? They dead ass.
And
you went from this to this.
Right. And that, like, I gotta deal with it now. Like,
and then Brandy was talking about, she was like, they only hired Ethan Page because they wanted to get to Josh Alexander. I'm like, that ain't the hit you thought it was.
Right.
Like, please, with all due disrespect, shut the fuck. Shut up. Shut up.
That's all we ask you to do.
Matter of fact, don't come on my TV.
Don't even come be out. Thank you.
If Brandy Rose never come back to my TV, it will be too soon.
Don't even come out here. Stay where you at.
Like, don't. You have white people on social media looking like
Like y'all thought this was cool.
like who approved? Like you
Something
just
wrong with you too. Like
and shout out Deontay DDJ. He said Brian Danielson said it's time to get all the stupid shit out of AEW. And Brandy Rose 3 minutes later, hey guys, I'm here with the bullshit.
like good to know.
And
Good-
then all
good to know.
I could say literally after I was confused and all I could say was on Black History Month. That's what we doing.
Out of all the other times you could have picked, you picked this time to do that.
You picked the second day in Black History Month. I literally said to myself, I said, is this why I don't claim your ass? I said, we as the Black community do not claim you. I don't claim
Stuff
you.
This right here.
This is the bullshit I'm talking about. And then this whole shit with Lambert like being a boomer. I'm like, you're saying shit, and you're saying like shit like heel turn and cancel culture. And I'm like, this ain't a hit. You just talking shit. Stupid shit at that.
Like, what?
And I have the perfect time to pull this back out. Crack? Are you on crack? Whoever approved this segment, which was Tony Khan, you on crack? Dan Lambert, you on crack? Brandy Rose, the chief branding officer, are you on crack? Are you on crack? Are you on fucking crack?
Goodness, man.
Listen, like I literally almost like, dog, they don't understand that entire segment. I turned the TV off. I mean, I closed the app. I saw how I was
just rubbing my eye just now. That's how I was feeling. I was just like,
I literally just closed the app and I said, you know what? I'll be back. Because that's all I can say.
What about witnessing?
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Like, oh my God, I turned this on for this. Like, what are y'all doing?
I said, this ain't the representation we talking about. We don't want this shit. We don't want that shit. We don't.
I didn't ask for this torture.
This was me the entire segment. I said, time limit. You've reached your limit of talking. Shut the fuck up.
The line stops here.
The line stops here at the bullshit, and you just crossed it. Go away. The entire segment did nothing. The only saving grace of this segment was Paige Van Zandt.
Yep.
Because she's a badass. And that didn't do much. I was just ready for this whole segment to be over. I was just ready for it to be done. I enjoyed Dan Lambert in Impact more than I enjoyed him in AEW.
Yeah.
If you follow Dan Lambert, American Top Team from
hit it right on the nail
from Impact, if you compare that to now, it's night and day, and it's not even.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he was great in Impact.
He was brilliant in Impact.
He was beyond great in Impact.
Moving on from that bullshit segment, you had the Knights or the Kings of the Black Throne, which is Malachi Black and Brody King defeating Pac, who started off the match blindfolded and then pulled it off. And Penta El Zero Metal, they won with the Dante's Inferno. I'm interested. The Malachi Black and the whole House of Black is one of the interesting characters I have of this entire show for the AEW. I have many, but he's one of the high spots.
Yeah, I like the character.
Then we got Nyla Rose defeating Ruby Soho. It was a fun little match. I still don't see the purpose of Vicky until I see Vicky. Until I see Vicky come out with her, I'm like, why are you here? And there's no disrespect to Vicky. I'm pretty hearing interviews and all that stuff. She's actually a sweet lady, but it's like they're basically pushing her. She's just there. No disrespect to her, and I'm one of those people who would say Nyla was brilliant on her own.
Yeah,
when she was the women's world champion, and she was cutting promos by herself, and I'm like, she really didn't need a mouthpiece. She don't need a mouthpiece. she's entertaining as hell on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point?
Like,
And then we get the
okay.
AEW World Champion Cowboy Adam Page. He was in the ring to be interviewed and then interrupted by, of course, Dan Lambert.
Mhm.
Jake Roberts, he was attacked by Lance Archer. I guess the setup for the Texas Death Match that was next week. And I don't know if I talked about this before, but I remember what Roman Reigns, when he said in an interview, when you're the like the main attraction, you should either main event or open the show.
Yeah.
Ever since Adam Page has been champion, he's always been in the middle. He's been opening the show with the whole title defense, but whenever he does the promos, he's in the middle and he doesn't feel important. And that's not a knock to him, but it's like, I feel like they should put him at the opening.
Yeah.
Because he's the main attraction. He's your world champion. He should not be.
Yep. He should not be in the right. Exactly.
If he's not main eventing, he should be at the open. So
if he gonna be in the middle, at least let him like interfere. Like if there's a match going on and he just like that's different.
Yeah,
Other than that,
but it's like, if you're trying to interview him and all stuff, he should not be. Oh, he's coming tonight. No, let him open.
Exactly.
I understand that the AEW is all about starting off with matches, but no, everything doesn't have to start like, I don't know. It's just how I will book it. Then we got Chris Jericho in the back talking nonsense.
Man,
Chris Jericho is at that point where it's like, if he leaves, I wouldn't miss it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm done with Chris Jericho.
Like, calling out Santana and Ortiz, and then
I'm just done with him.
I'm like, dog, I'm here for the inner circle to break up. I'm ready. They ran their course the first year.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done. It's a wrap. We're done. These two should have been tag team champions ages
long time ago. See?
And then Chris Jericho talking about he's an influencer. He's comparing himself to Kylie Jenner. I'm like, dog, that is not the flex that you think it is.
Man, don't do that.
You compare yourself to Kylie Jenner. That ain't the flex that you think it is.
Like, who are you right now?
He's just there.
You just saying stuff now.
That's literally it. He's just saying shit just to say shit. I'm like, dude,
I can't.
And nigga thought we finna laugh.
I see. Like, come on.
And then we get the main event. What did you think about the main event? It was Chris Jericho. No, not Chris Jericho. CM Punk versus MJF.
Yeah.
In the main event.
I really need them to do something else. I do.
What's your thoughts on this matchup?
Honestly, see,
your honest opinion from a, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say a casual fan, but like more so someone who's not really, because you're more so a fan of women's wrestling.
Yeah, yeah, like,
so that's why I'm like,
it do depend on the guy too, though. Because if it's like super exciting, it's like, yay, like I'll tune into it. But if it's like when the match was like, then it's like, come on, get on with it.
So
like, who gonna win? Hurry up.
The thing,
but it was a long awaited main event. Like,
it was a long awaited, long ass main event.
Right.
It was like 40-some minutes, basically. And it was it was your typical MJF match. See? I hate that I say it. I mean, I know some people will be like, oh, I'm like, no, I'm gonna be dead ass with you. Every MJF feud has been the same. It's literally the same shit. He did it with Cody. He did it with Jericho. And it's like, it's the same. The highest match that I would rank of his is him versus Darby at the pay-per-view. That was a fun match. And it started off the show, and the crowd was into it. So that was a fun match. But this match, it was a fun. No, don't get me wrong. This was a fun match. It was fun up until the false finish.
See.
And the false finish took.
See, that's what I meant. Like it was fun, but I was like, okay.
Like if I was them, I would have. That was how I would have went home.
Like you led me all the way up to right
He
here.
choked him out. It was he cheated to win. It was literally how MJF wins all his matches. I kind of wish he would win clean at some point, but they just refused to have him win clean. But it was like he choked him out. You could have had Wardlow come in here, do this, that, and the third, but then they did the false finish. They did the same thing with his match with Chris Jericho, and I wasn't a fan of that either. But
and they said like after the match, like Wardlow. See,
Wardlow,
I'm already messing that up. Wardlow has like passed his, charge to the ring. So I'm just like, what the? Okay. I don't think that's over.
oh no, most definitely. You know it ain't.
That's not over.
It is not over by a long shot, unfortunately.
See, it's like I'm gonna see it. We gonna see it again. Like that's for sure.
But this nigga CM Punk lost twice in his hometown.
Yeah. Like,
damn.
Dang, man, how you?
That's tough, my nigga. That's tough.
How you do that?
That's tough, bro. That's tough.
Oh,
that's tough.
how
The
you
AEW
do
Dynamite was
that?
AEW Dynamite. I like I said, I was watching it in half, basically, like half paying attention because it had its bright moments and it had its moments. Moving on a bit, before we move on to the rest of the bit, make sure you guys cop merch if you haven't already. Make sure you cop merch. New merch for your boy. whatamaneuver.net/collection/gresh. If you can get the new shirt, which is basically the Eat, Sleep, Flex, and Repeat shirt. You can cop that and check that out. And rock and support your boy, your boy and your sis. So you can let everybody know that you eat when you want, you sleep because it's good for you, you flex because you're the strongest motherfucker we ever met, and you repeat that shit all over again. That's how it be. But yo, make sure you cop that merch. whatamaneuver.net/collections/Gresh, or just go to whatamaneuver.net and search Gresh. I'm the only Gresh on that entire catalog, so y'all do that because I'm slowly pulling back from Teesprings, as well as you can also get merch from Streamlabs, but I really don't utilize that as much. Next up, we're gonna talk a little bit about, well, not a little bit. We're gonna talk about SmackDown from yesterday. It was practically the Roman Reigns show for me.
I'm sorry, I had to get the grin out.
Everything else was just there.
Yeah, still same old, with Sonya Deville and Naomi. It's like, okay, like
Someone put on Twitter, I believe it was
I'm over it now.
King Chris, not Chris. He said, you notice every time motherfuckers rock with SmackDown, Vince and company always change it and make it worse.
Yes.
Because we was rocking with it in 2016. They changed that shit via the draft in 2017. We was rocking with it a little bit in 2018, 2019. They changed that shit again with the draft. And then we was rocking with it 2020, 2021. Like Roman Reigns, you had the mid card solid, the undercard solid, the women's division was even solid. They changed that shit with the draft, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, what are you doing?
Every time. So that's why I'm like, bro, going forward, when we start enjoying some shit, don't say shit.
Right? Like,
don't
do nothing.
If you're listening to me and you're on Twitter, do not say shit. Don't say SmackDown is better than Raw. Just watch the shit.
Just watch it. Thank you.
Because every time we say something is good, they always like to change shit for no reason. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired.
Just let it go.
Let it go and let it flow. Let it go and let it flow. Like let it be business as usual. Because every time we enjoy some shit, they gotta add their 2 cents on it. There's always something.
So somebody said, "Oh, I like the show." Y'all come up. We finna have a meeting.
We finna change it.
We gotta trim the fat around here.
Yeah, every time.
Because they think we playing.
I'm like, damn, man. Every time. It was perfect.
They think this is a joke. You gotta
Next
make
up, to start off the show, we get Universal Champion Roman Reigns. He's officially reunited with his special counsel, Paul Heyman, who continues to be the master of the promo of arts of promo.
Man, Paul Heyman, I think Paul Heyman just the mastermind behind everything. Because one minute you going with Brock, next minute you Baron Roman. I know he's the mastermind. It's just
I'm not saying
to pull the curtain back. Know that.
Yeah, to pull the curtain back, Paul Heyman is mainly like in charge of anything
really
creative with Brock and Roman and company. So anything that is touched by Paul, I believe he touches and turns into greatness. He just can't run a company for shit. he can run the hell out of creative, but running an actual company, I would never put him in charge of a company.
Right.
He said he doesn't like this new Brock Lesnar took responsibility for saying he was protecting Roman from Brock when it should have been the other way around. And I like this particular promo from him because I'm like, it didn't make it seem like, oh, it was a plan. He was like, I was stuck with this because I fucked up and said I'm protecting Roman. He can't beat Brock, so he fired me. I got the Superman punch. I was destroyed. I was fired. Blah blah blah. But then he reached out the hand of forgiveness, and I took it. So I'm like, I like the way that they did this. They didn't do the whole, oh, we planned this. We screwed him over. It's like, yo, I was legitimately fired as the special counsel, and
like he got chastised before, you know, he got back in.
They did a whole different retake instead of just saying, I got you, bitch. So it was like, okay, I enjoyed that. But then
I know, right? Go ahead and say it. You gonna say it, or do you need me to say it? Like, I mean,
what the fuck? Goldberg makes his return and challenges for the Universal title at Elimination Chamber.
Man.
And y'all want to compare Goldberg to Lita?
Lita? Right. Don't. How dare you?
How dare you? Don't do Lita like that.
How dare you?
Oh my god. Soon as I saw that they was having this in the Elimination Chamber, I'm like, I expect Goldberg to be here at some point, because as soon as they put Brock in the Elimination Chamber, I'm like,
yeah, somebody else gonna have to. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, somebody else gonna have to challenge Roman.
No, when I saw that, I said, oh fuck, it's Goldberg, ain't it? And then as soon as they did this, I'm like,
I knew it.
Goldberg. And all I could do was literally, I didn't even like go into, like, most of these bitches out here, these bitchless niggas out here be just out here complaining about it. I'm like, all I did was post this tweet. That's all I can say. What the fuck?
In a way, it's like I was not really shocked though, because I was like, well, y'all know they were supposed to fight 2 years ago, like for WrestleMania. And that didn't happen. So I'm glad they didn't fight though either. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad they didn't fight either. I didn't want Roman to fight, to be honest. Like, but I was like, like
I didn't even say I was like, okay.
I'm like, so what you gonna do?
And then someone put out a tweet. They said,
I want you to win, but you know,
someone put out a tweet that said, what if Goldberg wins the title? I said, you know what?
Maybe quiet.
No, I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna be annoyed, and then I'm moving the fuck out.
Yeah,
because it's more so gonna be like, man, that's WWE for you, and that's how it is. Is like when I watch most of this stuff, I'm like, well, that's WWE for you.
It's like I have to just at first, like I didn't want to, like in the first round, you don't be want to accept the fact in the beginning until like you just see like how many times it done happened throughout the years, and you just like, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and just take it like a champ, move on, just leave this be. There's other ventures I could do, so I can't really stress about this too much. Just let it be. Like, y'all do this all the time. This ain't the first time y'all done this, so y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway. Let me just go about my business. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's literally all you can do, because that's what I put out. I'm like, these niggas out here be just losing their mind over.
Yeah, over like y'all know they ain't gonna change. Like, come on, like,
y'all
should know this by now. It's
You
like
really,
the first time.
and it ain't gonna be the last. It's literally they're not about story at this point. They're all about selling tickets. Because if they was all about story, someone else would have won the men's Royal Rumble match, and someone else would have won the women's Royal Rumble match.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't need to bring Brock Lesnar and his twin sister Ronda Rousey back.
See,
so I'm expecting it. So do I expect Roman to lose? I hope not. But is it in the back of my brain for them to just say fuck it and put the title on Goldberg?
yeah.
I like one thing. I'm gonna quote Spider-Man No Way Home. You prepare for disappointment so you won't be disappointed. That's literally how you got to do when you're watching.
Yeah, you do.
You
do.
expect disappointment so you will not be disappointed. You just expect the worst.
Oh God.
That's literally how I am when watching it.
Like, you know what? I just gotta take it. I gotta take this L.
But then with Goldberg doing this, that means that DQ finish with Seth Rollins meant absolutely shit. Nothing. It just said, well, we gotta not do this. If that was the case, they could have just had Seth lose clean.
Yeah.
It would have been fine.
I think Roman had to really like just teach Seth a lesson. Like, I'm not playing.
He could have literally choked him out in the middle of the ring. He didn't have to pin him. He didn't have to make Seth tap out. He literally could just pass out.
Yeah, exactly. Just where you just lift the arm up.
He's out.
Yeah.
That's it. They acting like these. I swear when they be booking these finishes, they acting like there's not a way to keep people strong. Pass out.
Right. Like, where you keep holding on to the rope for? Just fall, man.
Just pass out.
I bet if you have one of them conversations while they like fighting in the ring, you just like, come on, bro, like just fall. Like just fall.
Just fall,
like,
motherfucker. The rest of the show was meant for me. It was a bunch of fucking rematches I didn't care for. Apparently, Big E's back in the tag team division.
Yeah.
And that shit pissed me the fuck off.
Indeed. Like,
so Big E was the WWE champion and wrestled in the main event of both. He was the WWE champion and wrestled in the main event of both Survivor Series in day one. It was looked like he was probably going to be in a like a prominent match at WrestleMania. They literally eliminated him from the Royal Rumble without any fanfare. Like he just got eliminated. Nobody even knew he was eliminated. Just Big E's out. I'm like, what? And
why y'all do that? That was me. I was like, why y'all do that? Y'all couldn't let him stay in a little bit longer. Like,
but then they officially moved him from Raw to SmackDown. Because I believe Xavier Woods is injured still. Speedy recovery. Then he was just pretty much in a match with what's their name? Los Lotharios. God's gift to women.
Stop lying.
Shut the fuck
I'm so tired of them doing that. Like, for real. Like, I'm so sick of them. Like,
God's gift to women.
I'm like, stop your lies, please. Make it stop. Just stop. Y'all make me sick. Like, my God, you are not God. Don't lie like that. I'm gonna say what everybody says here, down here, they see her. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Stop the Mad Cap. Mad Cap Moss really eliminated AJ Styles.
Yes. And I'm still a little salty about that. Still.
I don't think I'm gonna let that go.
Let it go. No, don't let it go.
I don't think I'm gonna let that go. I'm like, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
It needs to be said.
When I saw that shit with Big E, and I'm like, to all those motherfuckers that be like, let it play out. Let it play out. Soon as Big E lost the title and they did that stare off with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, that let me know. That let me know that they moved on.
Yep.
And Big E didn't deserve it. You got people in Discord and all this stuff arguing with me, talking about, oh, Big E need to change. You want this motherfucker to be mute?
Right.
And serious? But let's be real. Kurt Angle was the exact same way. He was goofy. He was corny. But then as soon as that bell rang, he went off. Big E did the exact same thing. He was goofy. He was corny. But then as soon as that bell rung, he went ape shit crazy.
Yep.
You can't blame Big E for that. That's the WWE. They don't want him to be any different than his New Day gimmick. He's just another New Day member.
See.
And they showed it. They showed it with his booking. They showed it with how they booked him as WWE champion. His whole title reign was a panic attack because the ratings on Raw was shit.
Yep.
So if you want to be behind the scenes, I don't care too much about behind the scenes, but I will go to bat for Big E
whole analytic synopsis. Like,
but I choose not to because
I really want to know.
Do you really want to know? Do you really want to go toe to toe with me? Like, let's be real. That whole thing was a ratings draw because Raw was the drizzling shits before the draft, and they just put it on there without thought or reason.
See,
let's be real.
We just gonna do this. Let's throw that.
Sure, let's do that. So it's like, yo,
so how you think everybody gonna react?
Was it a feel good moment? Yes, I love Big E. Big E. If I had to rank the New Day members in my personal opinion, it'd be Big E, Xavier, then Kofi. That's how I would rank it. I choose not to. You can. I'm gonna turn this shit up, but New Day is the greatest faction out there. I don't care what nobody say. You can tie them with the bloodline if you want, but overall,
I ain't gonna lie, I love it when they go against each other anyway. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Say overall, they got the edge.
Yeah, they do. But I will give it to the Usos though. Like, when it comes to like high flying and just really want to challenge them, I love the fact that they will literally let them go toe to toe with each other. I love it. The
top match for day one, even though it was a boring ass show, was the Usos versus the New Day.
Yep.
They carried that entire show. Outside the main event, because even though the main event was the main event and the Outwinner was the winner, it was a fun main event, but it's like it was a 2-match show.
Yep.
And the New Day and the Usos killed it as always. But Big E, he got too much over cross promotion and cross appeal. He was literally in the open of a boxing match. So it's like, yo, let's do something with this man. If you want to just get through WrestleMania and just do what you got to do, let him be the one. If I'm being honest with you, if Roman has to lose, let it be Big E. If Roman just has to lose, don't let it be these part-time motherfuckers. Don't even let it be Brock. Let it be Big E. Build this man up and let Big E get that rub and get that win.
Yep.
Even if it's at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is the second biggest show outside of WrestleMania anyway. So it's like let it be SummerSlam and call it a day.
Yep.
Then we close out the show again with Ronda Rousey.
Okay, I ain't get that far. So
she chose Charlotte.
All I heard was it was her and Charlotte. That was it. I ain't getting no further than that.
And I could not care less. Then they had the pipe in the crowd again here.
Yeah,
because when I looked at the top, because I look at the top 10 moments on YouTube, and they literally, if you look at the crowd, the atmosphere, they're all standing still again. They're all doing this. And all you hear is oh my, you hear that? You hear the air dryer.
Yep.
And it's like, and to be honest with you, I appreciate it, because that means I can end night. If this is the main event of night one of WrestleMania, I can end that night early. Or we can hop on the podcast early and just start talking about it. That's how little I care about this match.
Man, see. Oh boy.
Am I wrong?
No, like that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not wrong at all, not by a long shot. And that's why I'm just like, okay, so I ain't gonna lie, I'm rooting for Charlotte. I am. Yeah. But hey, if Charlotte get knocked out, it is what it is.
So what did give me a warm feeling in my stomach was seeing Ronda attack Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you, Ronda.
Yeah.
Tired of this bitch.
Yes. I'm like, that's a match I would love to see.
No, I'm good on the match. I just want to see her get her ass whooped.
That's the point. Like,
no, I don't want to see the match. I
don't want a match. I just, I just want to see a ruthless aggression moment. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. Just beat her up.
But I know some people on Twitter.
Have one of them flashbacks like in MMA. I think I snap.
I know some people on Twitter was mad because I believe Sasha was originally planned to be in this match, but I guess they made changes. I mean, if they want to add Sasha to and make it a triple threat, I guess whatever. But if they don't want to, I mean, they can give her Trish Stratus if they want, or they can give her Melina again because give her a little rematch, and we have a split off. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
let's have a split off. Let's have a split off. Melina versus Sasha. Let's go with it. No, I'm just trolling. It's all good. It's all good. But SmackDown was pretty just there.
Yeah.
Because I was on set, and fortunately, I'm glad that we wrapped early. So I think I got back to the house for the main event to digest, and I said, "Shit, I could have took my time to get back home. If this was the shit they was gonna give me."
Lord,
that's how terrible it was. Like, good Lord. And then we move on to AEW Rampage, which was pretty much the better show of Friday night.
Yeah.
And that says a lot. You got
that messed up. It says a lot.
You got the new Adam Cole after he defeated Evil Uno. So I'm guessing he's putting his name in the hat for the AEW World Championship. I'm gonna be mad at him winning the title or distancing himself from the Elite.
Yeah.
Because he can go in the ring, but it's just like I'm not one of those people. The Elite is for somebody. I'm not one of them. So it's like I laugh at some of the stuff they do, but it'd be very few that I laugh at it. Then you get the TNT Championship match. Sammy Guevara defeated Private Party's Isaiah Cassidy with AHFO, and I'm like, when the fuck did they add an A? But it's Andrade, so I'm guessing he's a part of
Andrade.
He's a part of the Jobber office now, I guess. And they're teasing Sammy Guevara and Darby for the TNT title. Okay, cool. We switched to QT Marshall. He's had enough of Hook. I mean,
who hasn't?
I'm not against Hook.
I'm not against him either. He all right.
He's decent.
He's
still new. He's still new.
Yeah,
like
he's still fresh to me. So I'm just like, okay, like.
And I know I'm damn sure not gonna call myself a hooker, so y'all can kiss my ass with that.
Like, let me warm up first.
Right. Then we get Layla Hirsch. She attacked Chris Statlander with a steel chair. Put this woman in Team Taz if we wanted to go and just take her to the moon.
Yeah,
because that entire visual of her just hitting her with the Shining Wizard into the chair and then just popping up like nothing happened. I'm like, that was badass.
Yeah,
I appreciate.
I liked it.
More of that, please. More of that. Then we get Thunder Rosa defeating Mercedes Martinez via disqualification. It's a rare instant in the AEW that they do DQ finishes. They're pretty much setting up for Britt Baker putting her title on the line against Thunder Rosa. And I'm ready for them to move on from this Britt Baker shit.
Yeah, I need them to hurry up.
I'm over it. See, then this is my thing. I know some people are like, oh, they're a fan of long title reigns. Every reign does not have to be long. I can be satisfied with 6 months. I can be satisfied with 2 days. Just give me a meaning story. I don't care about the length because some of outside of a few matches, the title reign ain't been diddly shit to me. Yeah, Jade Cargill in the back looking as fine as ever, doing her thing. Let's just be real. I appreciate.
No, Jade is dope. Like I don't care what nobody say. Like
she's green like money.
Yes.
Like the fuck out of here. Talking about she's green, she sucks. Man, shut your
man,
ass
bye. You better get out this podcast.
Then we get the main event of the evening, which was FTW champion Absolute Ricky Starks with Powerhouse Hobb, aka the new Drip God, defeating Jay Lethal to retain the title. This was my match of the night.
The new Drip God.
You seen this man's drip?
I know.
Have you seen this man's
I
This
know,
man,
and that's why I just started laughing because I was like,
I'm
yeah,
like,
like
this
he is
man's
living
drip
up
is
to the
in.
name. Like,
This man's drip is insane. This dude got
is.
overalls with no shirt and
You, s-
a fur coat.
you saw, you saw. Why I say Roman? Roman, I ain't even gonna talk about Roman. Roman got all the drip, the goatness. He got everything. I ain't even get on Roman right now. But did you see Seth Rollins' jacket from Monday Night Raw? I do like that jacket. I like he should have gave that jacket to me. Like it's still my birthday week. Like give me that jacket. Like,
Give you, you
I
said
will
give you
rock
the
that
jacket.
jacket.
You said give you the jacket.
Give me the jacket.
But I'm
Like,
telling you, look at this man. Look at it.
but no,
Look at the
yeah,
drip.
that's
Look
what
at
I'm
the drip.
saying. He got it.
Look at the
He
drip.
got it. Like
And he ain't doing too much.
he not doing
He's just chilling.
exactly.
My guy just
He
chilling.
got it.
I'm saying this dude got the drip. Like, come on now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, come on. Like, yo, fun. I would fun show with AEW Rampage.
Yeah.
And we good on that. And that was fun to watch. Before we move on, you want to talk a little bit about the mixtape that they about to drop.
I actually am ready for it. That was
You
gonna
are?
be one of my topics too. I was like, I'm actually kind of ready for that mixtape.
Who We Are, a Celebration of Excellence, Volume 1. Okay, so that's what it is. I got the whole sheet list right here.
Like I want to hear it. I do for real.
I do want to hear it myself. I want to hear like
I
because
want to hear it.
I was listening to the Grap City podcast via Fightful over on YouTube earlier. It was like around 12. They had X3 on there, and one of the guys, he's actually who was a co-host on there. He's actually on the mixtape. I think his name is Righteous Reg, and
Okay.
he was talking. And he's a part of the Will Hobbs story, the who else? The Jade Cargill story, and there was another one, Red Velvet. And he was like, "Yo, let's just." Oh no, he wasn't a part of Red Velvet. He heard about it, but I'm like, I was writing it off because of the whole Tony Khan bullshit,
Mm.
but it's like I'm going to give it a chance because I want to hear people's stories. I might actually do a live reaction to it, like on Twitch or some shit, whenever it drops. I might pre-order it because and just call it a day. But they got the intro featuring Bootsy Collins.
Yep.
You got In the Mix, which is the Red Velvet story featuring Will Washington, Russell and Flo, which is Josiah Williams, Cut Right, Equipped. You got the Tongue of Styling, which is the Lee Moriarty story featuring True God, and I believe the name is Shokus Apollo.
Hmm.
You got Shine, which is the Nala Rose story featuring Rich Alada, Munt. Y'all in these names. Munt Easy, John Connor,
This is not
and
easy.
Blizz. You got What You're Looking At, which is the Sonny Kiss story featuring Sonny Kiss and Brinson. So Sonny
Vincent?
Kiss is about to be dropping some vocals,
Mm-hmm.
all right. You got Victory, the Jay Lethal story featuring Alex, Omega Sparks, Swats, and Kit Walters.
Okay.
Interesting. You got Knockout, the Jade Cargill story featuring Rich Lotta, Monteezy, Anthony King, and Righteous Reg. Interesting. You got the No Socks, which is the
No
Ricky Stark
sacks.
story. That's the Ricky Starks story, which is featuring Applejacks, Brinson, and Equipped. Then you got the I'm the Captain, the Sean Dean story featuring Cut Right,
Hmm.
Equipped, and Isaac Mather.
Hmm.
You got the Mixed Messages, which is the Max Caster story featuring Max Caster, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. If it sucks, I'm skipping.
Yeah, I feel it.
Then you got the BGM story, which is the Brandy Rose story. She's not featured in it, but she has a story featuring Mega Ran, Tor Masters, Frivolous Shara, and Lost Perception.
Hmm.
If that sucks, I'm going to skip. Sorry. You got the Bootsy Collins Foundation featuring Patty Collins, and you got the Underneath Me, the Anthony Bowen story featuring Zane Oliver and Quinn O'Donnell. Then you got
Hmm.
the Fish and Chips, which is the Anthony Ogogo story featuring Mega Ran, True God, Blitz, and Tizzy. I didn't know Anthony Gogo was still employed, but here we are. You got the Ready to Go Private Party story, which is featuring Stalo Dom. Then you got Legend which is the Mark Henry story featuring Rich Lotto, Mont Easy, and Wrestling Flow Josiah Williams. Then you got Who's the Coldest, which is the Top Flight story, which is Dante Martin and his brother. I believe is Dante and damn, I forgot his name. I apologize. But Top Flight featuring Brinson. Then you got the Powerhouse story, which is the Will Hobbs story featuring Will Washington, Righteous Reg, and Graham. Then you got the That's on Period, which is the Kira Hogan story. You know, the only Hogan that we actually fuck with.
Yeah.
Featuring Tamir, Slade, Tizzy, and Blitz. Then you got the Fully Loaded story, which is the Lee Johnson story featuring R8B. R8R.
Rated R.
Rated R?
Yeah.
Why they put it like that?
Just put,
what the fuck? Put an A.
Rated R.
Put an A and a T like a normal motherfucker. Damn.
R8 and ED and then R. Rated R.
R8 and ED. Rated R.
R8 and ED. Rated R.
Rated R. Just say rated. Damn. Then you got the last one, Up in the Clouds, Scorpio Sky story, which is Omega, Sparks, Swats, Teak Hall, Doda Paperboy, Mega Ran, and K-Drama. It might be more because it was cut off.
K-Drama.
But 21 tracks is said volume 1, so I can see them doing this making this a yearly thing. I'm for it. I'm gonna check it out and give my honest opinion over on Twitch, the Freepedia channel. And whenever it drops, you'll know because I'll let you know.
Nice.
But I'm interested in that mixtape to see what they got. And now we're gonna talk a little bit about Naya Jax.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. That's actually one of my topics.
Matter of fact, and on that note, let's go ahead and switch it over to the next segment.
Acknowledge me.
All right, we're here to talk about we're here with Swallow the Bandit with the Chop It Up with the Bandit segment. We might as well because a lot of the topics that I had in store, she was going to talk about on her top topics. So I said, you know what, fuck it. Let's just do it and let's just talk about it. So the floor is yours.
Yay. So, this past week says that Naya pretty much like recalls like, you know, some issues with fellow WWE superstar. Talking about some I handled her at a live event. And I'm like, okay, so pretty much I think this was going on with Charlotte Flair back in like August of 2021. And it was the match that she had between, you know, her and Charlotte Flair on Monday Night Raw. And it says like pretty much during the About Everything seemingly got a little bit too real with a series of, you know, shoot punches thrown, and the two women look, like looking increasingly annoyed at the situation. So I'm just like, I actually liked it, don't get me wrong, but you know, she just said that she revealed that a similar incident happened before. And I just feel like if y'all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I want her to come back. I do. And I kind of do. Cause Doudrop is like taking her spot. And
you mean Piper Niven?
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about no Doudrop. It's Piper Niven.
It's Viper.
Or Viper on the Indies. It's Piper Niven. Man, we don't give a fuck about no Doudrop. Her name is Piper.
But
and honestly, like, it's like we've said it on the podcast. She's miscast because she's a sweetheart in real life.
Yeah.
Piper is a sweetheart. She should literally be a babyface, but they just
she should, but they just got her as a heel. So,
but the reason why I brought up the Nia Jax bit is because apparently she put her foot in her mouth on social media with the whole vaccine.
Oh yeah, that too. Like
I kind of try not to talk about the topics and all this stuff, but instead of like going crazy on social media, because I put out a tweet, I was like, "Well, Nia said,
yeah, she talked to Vince about it. Yeah,
if I'm going down, y'all going down with me." And I'm like, "You sure about that, Nia? You sure that's what you want to do?"
Yeah. Said it was like reports at Merch that she was, you know, my mom group of stars. She was
basically anti-vax.
Due to it, yeah, anti-vax.
And I kind of look at it from both spectrums because let's be real, some people are hesitant, and I'm not finna. And for those who I don't really give a shit at this point, but I'm double. I got it. Some people didn't. Some people don't. It's common. But what I did what most people probably didn't do. And I actually listened to the whole podcast. No, I didn't go off of clips. I didn't go off of clips and people talking about, oh, let's cancel her because we're going off of headlines and all that stuff. Because she put out a tweet. She put out this tweet because someone had called her out on something. She put out this tweet. She was like, the COVID-19, this, that, and third. She's like, haha, I stand by that too, honey. If you really think that all your favorites don't feel the same as I do, you're sadly mistaken. I know a lot of people in many professional sports that just paid and got a real card from a doctor. So, and I'm like, so you basically just admitted to a felony.
Right.
Like, and before somebody say, oh, it's not a felony. If this, I'm like, she knows somebody.
Yeah, she knows somebody
who paid for it. That's a felony. That's up to 10 years. So she better tread lightly. That's all I'm saying. But I actually listened to the entire podcast, and I'm like, she was basically saying straight up, she's like, I'm hesitant. She was like, she has a family member that actually died from the shot, and it's possible. But it's like at the same time, it's like, yo, that's probably the reason why she got fired. But at the same time, it's like you kind of can't go out there and be like, hey, I don't believe in the vaccine or this, that, there. But then when I looked at listen to the actual podcast, she wasn't spreading any misinformation. She didn't even talk about it. She just said, I didn't feel comfortable and moved on. That's literally it. So these people are blowing it up like, oh, she said, don't get the shot, this, that, there. She's saying she's not going to do it for herself. I'm not defending Naya Jax. I don't defend anybody who don't even know my existence. I don't give a shit. But I'm just letting you guys know, it's like, yo, chill the fuck out. Like, that's why I try not to engage in these vaccines and COVID conversations, because I'm like, you can't really fault anybody for not wanting to do it, but you can fault somebody for spreading misinformation. You can't. That's when you fault. But if you just want to fault everybody for this, that, and third, and it's like, ain't nobody holding a gun to your head to tell you to listen to these motherfuckers. They're literally just giving their opinions, just like you give your opinions.
Yeah, like. But she's not wrong. Like, yeah, I'm still like, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm still hesitant myself. And it's like, I just need concrete facts.
There is concrete facts. You just gotta legitimately do your research. I didn't just, you gotta legit.
I don't want to just do it just because everybody else got one. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta do your research. I tell people that all the time. You gotta do your research. You gotta do what's comfortable. Because what I did, I was hesitant. But I actually did my research and I read it, and I knew my immune system was was more tolerable than most people. And I ain't gonna lie, the second shot it had me hallucinating. I was high as a motherfucker. But I'm not finna be out here unprotected at the same time, because even though I got the shot, I can still get it.
Right.
And you're not gonna hear anybody say, and I'm not finna go into too many details because people are gonna try to misconstrue my words, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not out here about to cancel Naya Jax and all that.
Yeah,
bullshit.
I ain't finna do that.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. When she did say that, I'm like, she really just low key threw some people under the bus.
Yeah.
And my only response was,
hell, fuck no.
That's all I said. Like, hell, the fuck no.
Like, dang, Naya, like that's what we doing.
But if you actually listen to the entire podcast, because she was going into depth about her getting, because they actually wanted her to be in the Women's Royal Rumble match, but she said, fuck no. Because they out here firing people and all that shit. But you got anything else for me?
Let's see. What the Summer Walker post.
Oh, you talking about
why y'all do her like this? Like,
no, you mean
two reasons. It's two reasons.
So like that.
Shut up. That too. But the thing is, we got her like up against Goro. That's the first picture I saw. Then the second picture I saw was her and Zoku, and I was like, Zuko, yeah. I was like,
there you go.
Why? Like, just
man, she's out here fighting for her honor.
Like, y'all, come on, bro. Like,
She's out here fighting for her honor.
leave that girl alone.
She should have left her hair alone. What the fuck? And then she posted it.
Like, leave that girl alone.
And she posted it. She proud of it. Like, girl, you proud of it? I'm here to get my honor back. I'm here to fight for my honor.
Leave
My
it.
father. All she missing is the burn. She got the tattoo.
Oh,
All
man.
she missing is the burn on the eye. She brought that on herself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy you mentioned that too, because y'all know the internet ain't got no chill. And see this?
Y'all can't see
This
this
is
in audio
why.
format, but we pulling up some pictures there, man. They say Summer Walker walking around like this, like damn. Oh my god.
Yo, I forgot all about her. How can I forget?
No.
Because at first I was like, okay, I saw the one like when it was like her and Goro, and I was like, it's another one too. And I was like, is her
The
name?
Genie.
Is it Shiva? It's not Shiva. Is it Shiva?
Shiva. And then you got
See,
Genie.
and Genie vibes. Like, see what I'm talking about? Hey, at least you got a positive note. It's Genie vibes, and then you got the MK. You know what I'm saying? The MK compliment. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That is all right with me. That means you extraordinary, girl. Don't let them do you like that.
Do not let her hype you up like that. That shit was trash. What the fuck was that hairstyle? No.
Leave that girl alone.
No, she should have left her hair alone. That's what she should have did. She should have left her hair alone. She should have left her hair alone.
Oh yeah. We got Cincinnati Bengals and the LA Rams. They going to the Super Bowl this year.
And I will not be watching.
I'm a little salty about that because my team not going to the Super Bowl.
I don't have a team, and I know I ain't.
Like, yeah, I found out it's supposed to be some new movies coming out this year. Possibly, I want Ice Age to hurry up, come out.
I don't give a fuck about Ice Age. We're talking about Batman. Let's talk about Batman.
Yes, let's talk about Batman too. I am rooting for Zoe Kravitz. I'm happy.
Ice Age, man. How many Ice Age movies are there? Like 20?
No, I think this would be like I'm sure. I think this would be like probably. I know they had like the dinosaur phase too, but then we got the one with the two little possums coming in this year. So Crash, and I think it's Crash and somebody else, but yeah, they supposed to be their little story this year, and I'm like, oh okay, like I might watch it just because of them. You know, they're supposed to make a Legally Blonde 3.
Hollywood has ran out of ideas.
I was like, what? A 3?
The first two weren't even that good, but all right.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick, the Bob Burgers movie. They just trying to come out with all kind of ideas for May and June.
You mean recycled ideas?
What else have I been trying to get into lately? It's some TV shows that's on Apple TV that I really kind of like. There's the After Party that's getting pretty good. Unless it's on Paramount, I don't know, but it's actually pretty good so far. I got a chance to watch Kevin Hart True Story on Netflix, and I was like,
it's like a lot of shows I haven't been able to finish because I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I just haven't been able to finish a lot of these shows.
I don't know what's going on with the CW lately. I need to.
Man, CW is still trash. Moving on.
It's like, dang.
We got All America coming back. I mean, that's the only thing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention too. I was like, I'm ready for All America. So.
I mean, and then they got the spinoff too. So it's supposed to be about the HBCUs. So we're gonna be checking that out. But before we get up out of here, because we pretty much done wrapped everything that we talked about everything. Before we get out of here, let's talk about the cringiest tweets of the day of the week. And that is this tweet right here by 90s WWE. Sex is great, but have you ever heard Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme music hit when you wasn't expecting it? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a shit about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Give me the sex. Give me the booty. Give me the pussy. Give me the pussy. I don't give a shit about Stone. Stone Cold's great, but I'm ready to get the booty. Give me the booty. Give me the draws. GTD. As Tommy said, get the draws. Get the draws.
Now
Get
you
the
sound like Uncle
motherfucking
George
draws.
from ATL.
Get the draws. Give me the booty. Give me the petty.
So I get all of that. Ain't
I'm
nobody
getting
getting all of it with me.
I'm like, I get the draws. I get the booty.
So
Give me the
you been
booty.
doing that? You been getting something in my house?
Give me the booty. Give me the booty. Give me the draws. Give me everything. I ain't worried about no damn stone. Who the fuck? Who thinks about stone wrestling all the time? Like, bro, give me
Right.
sex. I don't give a shit.
Like, what is wrong with y'all? Like,
Also,
y'all just
another
ain't got
news.
nothing better to do, huh?
Nope, they don't. That is the cringiest tweet of the week. I will probably do this often because it should be cringy as hell. Joe Rogan, he's still an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And then The Rock done got roped up into it because
Yes, I've seen that too.
And I'm like, damn, Rock, you should have just said nothing. You shouldn't have said nothing.
I'm like, hold on.
Now you got people out here looking at you like a coon. Like, come on now.
I was like, oh no, like
because they don't Spotify don't remove like over almost close to 100 episodes of him saying nigger. He said the hard R. He said nigger. Nigger with an R. And I'm like, dude, that's what I just said was the most I've ever said the ER. I say nigga all the time because I can. But the ER? Like,
the ER version, that's just one version. I'm just not even finna just get.
And then him saying neighborhood of black folk. He said he called the neighborhood of black folks the planet of the apes. So it's like this dude said it with his chest. And this is another thing where I'm like, oh, people bringing up old clips. Nah, motherfucker, you said it.
He said it.
You said it with your chest. You meant that shit. Am I going to cancel him? I gotta follow your career to cancel you.
Yeah.
I'm not finna cancel nobody that I don't even give a shit about. So am I going to cancel him? Probably not. Because I don't care.
Right. Like, he ain't affecting me. Like, I'm good.
Other than that, we pretty much done covered everything. Oh, honorable mention. The color purple is coming back.
Yes. I saw that too. Especially like with the cast and everything. I was like,
I said that's going to be brilliant and loud.
Yeah.
That's gonna be loud as fuck.
And the fact that it's live too, that's nothing.
That's gonna be loud. That's gonna be. You got who? You got Fantasia.
Her.
You got Halle Bailey. You got Taraji. She gonna be screaming all by herself.
You already know.
Oh shit, that's gonna be loud. But it's gonna be brilliant though. I'm gonna check it out. Though.
Yes.
I'm
gonna tolerate it because I grew up watching it so many times. Like, I'm gonna tolerate it. I am.
And also, did you see that they have that pillow fighting is now a sport?
Yes.
I'm in the wrong profession.
I'm down. Right? Like, I'm like, I want to sign up.
I'm in the wrong profession because I'm like, pillow fighting is a sport.
Real. Like, it's a sport now. Let's go.
Like,
let's go.
This is literally a sport.
Let's go, bro. Like, I am down for this.
For those who's listening, the PFC, I actually got the PFC, the Pillow Fight Championship.
Yes, man.
I'm in the wrong profession.
Down for this.
I need to get into this, and it's for men and women. I need to get. Into this.
I need to go. I don't care. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care if I lose. I just want to hit.
You don't need to be
pillows.
in shape. You don't need to.
You ain't gotta even be. Yeah, you. That's what I love about it.
You can have a
gotta be this. You got a king, and man, let's go, bruh.
I'm down for it.
I don't care. Tell me this ain't your childhood pillow fight, man. Whatever. Like, let's go. Like,
now give me a pillow fight.
Hello.
Oh, they said the fighters don't like to get hurt. I'm like,
whatever.
Hey, whatever.
Like,
whatever.
Have you really been to a black pillow fight? Hurt does not even exist. You don't feel the hurt until the after effect, like hours later. You like, dang, like what hit me? But like after a while, because you have a flashlight, like, oh yeah, like that's what I was doing.
Like, oh shit, what happened?
I remember now.
For fuck's sake, I got my ass whooped. God damn it, mama.
Yes.
But we reached the 2-hour podcast, the 2-hour mark, and it's about time we get up out of here. Appreciate you guys for listening to us. And if you are new around here, make sure you follow us on all social media accounts at Josh Gresham ORG. That is me, as well as it's right there. But if you don't feel like memorizing names, just follow us over on click the links in our description, which is solo.to/Gresh or solo.to/Suela. So you can follow all of our social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you follow us on. I will put my TikTok on there, but I don't get on that shit. We're normally on live every Thursday at 9 p.m. And if I am not booked, we will more than likely be back every Thursday at 9 p.m. unless we state otherwise. And if not, we'll be back again on a Saturday. And that will be a thing. If I'm booked, we'll be on Saturday. If I'm not booked, or if I'm not booked to stay late, then we'll be right back here on Thursdays at 9 p.m. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about 2K22 and all that good stuff. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here.
Please.
And something new. Like if you guys want to got any ideas or you just want to talk to us during the show, if you don't want to put yourself in the super chat, or not super chat, we don't get super chats. You don't want to get yourself in the chats and none of that stuff, you can text this number 770-580-3074. That is a public number that is not my personal number or Suela's personal number, is the podcast number. So you guys can text that. You don't have to call us because I'm not going to answer, but you can text us.
Yes, definitely text, please.
And just like if we got a topic you want to talk about live, then you can I can respond to that. That is 770-580-3074. And we'll probably use that going forward for our live streams going forward. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here. We hope you enjoyed us. Make sure you follow us on all social medias at GRESH UNLEASHED. And with that being said, you guys stay safe. As always, I'm the king of mischief. She's the queen of rebels. We are out. Be breezy.